Hi guys, I'm Paul from Urban Constrictors. So the last 3 videos have been about the construction of the new Urban Constrictors building. So to not stray away too far away from the point of this channel, that being snakes, breedings, hatchlings and stuff like that, I thought I'd shoot a quick video on some of my holdbacks. Now, a couple of these snakes I'm still scratching my head with, trying to work out the genes involved. I can't tell if they have an extra gene or if they're just a slightly different representation of their combination. So maybe some of you guys can help me out and give me your opinions on what you think I've hatched. So we'll take a close look at these now. I'm going to feature the Orange Dream Discos because I haven't done an update on them. The Pastel Batman and the Super Pastel Batman are both deep in shed, so I won't be featuring them, but I'll be featuring the Superfly Spot Nose Clowns, the Superfly Leopard Clown, them two Superfly Leopard Clowns that kind of came out white in the beginning. You're going to see how they've evolved and their colours come in. So still scratching my head with them though. I've hatched another Superfly Leopard Clown and I own a Superfly Leopard Clown adult, and they look not completely different, but they look very different from what I'm used to seeing. So we'll take a close look at that. Now if you see stuff like this, that means there's a male present in with that female. This one, for instance, we've got a Pastel Spot Nose Clown and he's in with an Ivory. Now, the reason I've done this breeding is I've searched high and low for yellow belly clowns and yellow belly clown combinations. The only ones I can find are in the States, and every single time I've inquired, there's no way of getting them to the UK. Well, there probably is, but a bit more hassle than it's worth for the seller. So I just thought, what the heck, I'm going to do my Pastel Spot Nose Clown to an Ivory, get a load of yellow belly het clowns if obviously she goes on to lay, with hopefully spot nose involved and in some cases pastel. Now I'm really hoping for females in that clutch to have more holdbacks. So he's also breeding the Cinnamon Het Clown, Orange Dream Fire, Banana Het Clown. The Banana Het Clown's are an interesting one. The Spot Nose Banana Clown I think will be amazing. The Pastel Spot Nose Clown probably equally amazing. So there's a few more on there, Pied for instance, so we're going to do some double hets and some interesting stuff with that. So put this one back. So what I do is with these very small magnets, these magnets are incredibly useful. They're very, very small and they're very powerful. They're very, very strong for their size. So I just basically pop them on the front. I have thought of sticking them onto this, but there's no real need. Popping them on there, they're safe, they're secure. It takes a lot to get them off. Now when I check the snake, I just flip it up, open, he's locked now. I'll show you that pairing. Push it back, mark it off, spin it back round. Then once he's unlocked, he goes back in his tub where he lives and is here. So that's just his feeding card. So he goes back in there and that follows him around. Now I've also got another interesting one here. Maybe a little bit controversial, this breeding, but the Banana Cinnamon Clown, what I hatched last year, sorry, the season before, is in with a pewter. So for those of you who don't know what that is, it's a pastel cinnamon. So with cinnamon being present on both sides, both the male and the female, I have the opportunity to hatch super cinnamons. Now the reason I've chose to do this, and for those of you who don't know, sometimes they have like a duck bill, they have a wider mouth, and in some cases maybe the babies don't survive, I'm not quite sure, but I've been doing a little bit of research lately, and people are saying it's less frequent when you've got more genes involved. So I wanted to do this pairing to potentially make a perfect, obviously, banana, super cinnamon, leopard. Sorry guys, I couldn't even work it out. Banana, super cinnamon, obviously het for clown, with or without the pastel on that occasion. I don't really mind, but yes, with the super cinnamon being an all black snake and the banana and cinnamon making like the purples pop and the oranges get kind of a deeper orange, I'm kind of interested to see what the super banana Cinnamon looks like. It's probably been done. I actually think Eric Demeyer's done it, but I'm interested to see how that one turns out. Obviously, hopefully they'll hatch and they'll be absolutely fine. So if I hatched a couple of females, I'll hold them back. So anyway, guys, so obviously that card follows him. Another cool one, GHI het pied to a pastel pied. He did see this pastel pied last season, but she didn't go on to lay, unfortunately. But she's got some real good follicle development at the moment, so I'm really hopeful for some GHI, pastel GHI pieds this season. So that'll be a cool one. Now, I'm not going to go ram them all. I've got a dreamsicle breeding a clown, stuff like that, so that to make some triple hets. That's an interesting one. So when you're doing a triple het project, you're obviously really dependent and hoping to have a good sex ratio. Say for instance with 6 eggs and 5 of them were male, it would be a semi-disaster. You're going to struggle to sell, to keep your 1.1 or maybe 2.1 for your backup male, and then sell the 3 or 4 other males, because if people don't have the females, they're not really going to want the males. So that's one of them clutches that you're guaranteed to get triple hets if you hatch babies. There's no question about that. They're all going to be normal. In that case, with it being a lavender being pied to a clown, every baby will be normal, but it's kind of building blocks. You've got to start somewhere. You've got to start at the bottom and work up. So if she goes on to lay, which she didn't last season, I should have had between 40 and 50 clutches last season, and I had about 12. That was partly because of work. I was so overstretched at work that I couldn't keep up with doing my pairings, and if I can't do an efficient log, I won't pair, because I don't want to hatch snakes and not know what I hatch. So I sacrificed quite a few clutches. So someone's asked as well, I have covered this on the past video, but someone's asked what these dots mean. Basically, if it's got a red dot, it means it's for sale. If it's got a blue dot, it means it's kept. I should have maybe done green for go and red for stop, red as in stop, don't sell it. So these are just to hold the ID cards, and obviously it's just a clean tub waiting for a new hatchling. So if you're wondering what the little dots are, it's just for sale and not for sale markers. I've covered it in the last video. So yeah, someone could say, well, hang on a minute, you've got a blue dot there, but there's no snake in it. I've obviously rotated the tub. Typically, I'll only rotate blues for blues and reds for reds, so I don't have to peel it off and put a new sticker on it. But in this case, one of them ones have replaced this, so I will have been maybe in a rush, done some clean bedding, put the snake in it, put this on the side. I typically just leave them there, go do what I need to, come back, deal with it. So that's what they are. And then lastly, people have asked what these are. Now in the UK, we have to feed defrosted rodents. I've actually got a bag of them just there that I defrost on the secret drawers, secret worktops, once I'm ready. But they've asked what these are. Basically, if I feed and it takes, it goes on there. If they have two goes on. If they have 3, which typically doesn't happen, they have 3, so on and so forth. So when I come in, I don't have to check all 160 snakes to see if each one of them fed, because I don't ever defrost 160 rodents. I would get waste. So I defrost around 50%, then the next day I defrost about 40%. I typically feed the less responsive ones first. So if I offer it to one snake and it doesn't feed, I offer it to the next and it does, they get a clip. So in the morning, the very next day, I don't have to sift through every single tub looking for the ones that have fed and haven't fed. Typically they all feed, but you do get around, I would say around 3 or 4 each time that I've just wrapped it and just left it for whatever reason. So when you see them, it's just to say I need to check it the next day, and I do forget to take them off. I just actually had a little bit of a whip around and taken most of them off. So if it feeds, it goes on. If it feeds again, another one, I can't see one handy, another one goes on, and so on and so forth. If there's, in the past you've seen ones where it's been like that and it's had a number of them, that's just to say it's either 2 things. If it's not during breeding season, it means it's defecated. I need to clean it up that day. I would have been in a rush in the morning. But if it's or if it's in breeding season, it means there's a male in there. If I've misplaced the card, I'm always rushing, so I think of quicker ways to do things for that time, and then I correct, you know, write the information down, and so on and so forth a little bit later on. But because now I've officially left my business, I own it, but I've left it, I don't work there, time is on my hands. That's why I'm feeling a lot more relaxed today. I'm not rushing. I've probably talked for way too long, but people have asked, so I want to tick them boxes. So anyway, without further ado, we'll get down below and have a look at these snakes. Cheers, guys. Right, guys, so finally we get on to the more important part of the video, the snakes. So first up is a female Orange Dream Yellow Belly Disco. Her father's up for sale at the moment, and no one snapped him up, which I'm incredibly surprised on, because he came from Aussie Boys, who makes amazing snakes, and the Orange Dream and Disco, particularly once you double up with the Orange Dream and make the Super Orange Dream, they make amazing snakes. And the Orange Dream the Disco, the Disco Inferno Clown is just amazing. So the only reason I'm selling the father is because I've got his son, which is the older brother to this one. What's the Super Orange Dream Yellow Belly Disco. So amazing combination, great head markings. Love how the Orange Dream and Disco work together. Now the Disco does mute the colour a little bit, but again, we're talking about building blocks, so this is the foundations are now laid, and it's time to stack the clean up genes, the ones that are going to bring the colours out and brighten it and make it even more interesting. So there's one, and I'll show you the second. And here's her sister. Now this one is a little bit brighter, wider pattern. You get more orange flames. Just blow the bedding away. The orange flames, a little bit better eater, as you can see. She's a bit more chunky. Incredible blushing. Love the blushing on this one. Really nice. Because they're both female, I thought I'll keep them both. These are going to make amazing babies in the future. Love the twin stripe down each side of the dorsal stripe down there. This one's my favourite. She's just amazing, gorgeous head pattern. So yeah, so there's the foundation blocks for another Orange Dream project I've got going on. Pure white bellies, with sort of some faint yellows down the side for the yellow belly. So yeah, really cool, really cool. Watch out for those of you who don't work with Disco. Watch this space. Disco's going to blow up. I'm guaranteeing it. Disco is going to be one of them must-have genes. I'm just going to tap the camera just to see if we can focus in. Gorgeous head markings. Really cool snake. It's Disco, because the Disco Inferno, and because how it reacts with fire, it's going to make some incredible combinations. The Disco Inferno Clown with even more genes is going to be one of the must-have combinations, and that's why my Super Orange Dream Yellow Belly Disco is going to a clown or a clown combination this year to make them hets, so I can get on, jump on that bandwagon. And next up is the Superfly Leopard Het Clown, or the Superfly Spot Nose Het Clown. Now the reason I don't know if it's spot nose or leopard, I do think it is leopard, but it's because how that combination reacts. Sometimes it looks similar in a weird kind of way, but with this being a female, I thought I'd keep her. I'll show you her sister, what's the Pastel Leopard Clown. Sorry, I'll show you two of her sisters, what's Firefly Clown and a Pastel Leopard Heifer Clown. So you can see they're all roughly, this one's the best eater, they're all roughly the same size. I'm struggling to get them all in, but what a beautiful array of snakes there. So you've got incredible contrast in this one. You've still got that really blushed out head, lighten it and add like pebble dashing to the pattern. Just, I love this snake, really amazing. And then the visual, so this is a visual in that once you add clown to it. She had a drop of water on, I've just tried to wipe it, but I've now smudged it on the background. So yeah, this one's actually in shed. She's not looking. Yeah, she's in shed. Her eyes are glazed over. So that's the visual. So that's the Pastel Fire Leopard Clown, and that's the Pastel Fire Leopard Heifer Clown, and then that's when you double up with 2 copies of Pastel. Crazy how it changes from that to that, or from that to that once you double up on Pastel. So yeah, really, really cool snakes. Now just to bring a bit of darkness into the mix. So this is a Pastel Cinnamon Fire Leopard 100% het clown. So this guy will be amazing down the line to get leopard and cinnamon into snakes, and obviously fire and pastel into clown combinations all at once. So I had quite a lot of people kind of beg me for this snake, especially when I was a bit younger, when he was basically silver and black, but there's no way I was going to sell him. He'll be an asset further down the line. It's kind of cool. I'm sorry guys, I'm just going to calm him down a little bit. So he's a very cool individual himself with amazing colour and contrast. But yeah, so it'll be phenomenal down the line. Now I'm just going to turn his head around just to show you the why. Even with this combination, we're still getting that why because of the lemon pastel that I work with. So yeah, cool snake. Now because this video's getting on a little bit, I'm thinking of ending it nearly here, kind of around here, and following on next week or the week after. But just because this snake's not long shed, I wanted to show the leopard clown. This one's just amazing. Now this is the first straight leopard clown I've ever hatched, but when you look at leopard clowns and you see the really quality A grade ones, you get that amazing head marking. Do you know the camera really struggles because he's so dark. Let me just bring my hands away. Because he's so dark, the camera struggles to process his colours. He's very, very golden down this section, and then it goes to a deeper brown. He's just incredible. So yeah, when you get that quality leopard clown, you get that amazing head marking, you get the split in the pattern just behind the neck. So it splits either side, the brown goes through the black, very atypical of this combination. And he's got that amazing full stripe. He's just stunning. So yeah, that's the male that's the male leopard clown, sold to Melissa and Ian at IM Royals. Right guys, so just to wrap this video up, I'm going to show these two and then I'll continue this either next week or the week after. Sorry, they're just covered in bedding. So these are, sorry guys, if you follow the channel, you'll know that these two hatched. Look, there's just bedding everywhere. So that when these two hatched, there's pure white, almost pure white, like a black-eyed leucistic in the eggs. And as they aged, each shed, they got some more of that colour. But I have hatched another Superfly leopard clown, and his colour was far richer, brighter, more vibrant. So I'm wondering if this is het for something, if there's something playing a part. You know, if it's a het for something like het for pied, if it's got another gene, something like that. Both parents come from Justin Kowalka, so I don't really know because I don't know the lineage, but I can obviously look through his stats. But what's most important is they're both happy, healthy. They've got identical heads, look. Both happy, healthy, doing really well. And this one's a female, so I'll keep her. That one's a male, so I'll probably let it go. Now, their father is seeing a pastel pied or a pied this year, so if just by chance he does turn out to be het for pied, then obviously these would be pos het pieds. I'm not saying he will, but you know, stranger things have happened in this industry. But yeah, so I'm really pleased how these turned out. They're kind of very similar but quite different as well. So you got the deeper dorsal and the more vibrant yellow, and a more washed out dorsal with lighter yellow, and a lot of speckled in, where this one's got really clear, bold dots. You can see the difference. Very, very strange, but very, very cool all at the same time. So I'll end this video, excuse me, I'll end this video here because I've gone on a bit too long. Don't want to bore you all, but hope you like what you've seen today, and I'll follow up very, very soon with another snake video. And obviously, once I'm in the new urban constrictors building, you're going to see a lot more videos. I've got loads of things I want to cover. I'm going to cover from how to take really good photos of snakes and stuff like that. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, you know, drop a like, drop a comment, and I'll see you soon. Cheers, guys.